In this video, I'm going to show you how to write great email promotions quickly with AI. Now, I've used this approach to make my clients over $25 million with emails that they are proud to send and their list love to receive. This is the overall model, and I'm going to take you through this, show you how this works, and then show you how to use AI to actually put it into place. But this is the kind of results that it actually can get for people. These guys are sending out email promotions every month, and you see that their revenue is at about this kind of $30,000 to $40,000 level. This company here, they weren't sending any email promotions at all. And then once we started doing email promotions with them, each of these promotions is a spike. And you see the highest revenue was over $200,000. This is my business, and we've done 2.3 million pounds in revenue, which is about $3 million. We now do about $1 million a year using this approach. And these guys were doing $1,000 or $2,000 per month, and then their best month ever through an email promotion was $450,000. Now, you might be thinking, why do I need to send email promotions, or how do you even send email promotions? As for the why, well, we've just seen in these charts, when you do email promotions, you get massive spikes in sales. As for the how, this is where a lot of people struggle, and they're often reluctant to actually send these email promotions out. So let's look at the issues that are coming up for people. Everybody's worried, and I see this very, very often. Everyone's worried about looking spammy and salesy when they send out promotions. So we're recommending to people to do 1 or sometimes even 2 promotions per month. And people are super nervous that that's going to make them seem spammy and salesy. They're worried that in that case, everyone on the list is going to unsubscribe and they won't have their email list anymore. And then if people are convinced that, yes, you can send these kinds of promotions and it is going to be possible, the next thing that comes up is that it takes ages to write these emails, which is true. It 100% does. And you're not a copywriter, so can you actually manage to write good email promotions? But then hiring a copywriter is expensive. So how does this whole thing all fit together? And people just give up and focus on other things. And in the course space, people generally focus on driving more traffic or making more courses. So the solution, if you're worried about looking spammy and salesy, the solution is to write good emails. And people don't sometimes realize this is even a possibility, to have good email promotions that people actually, you're proud to send them, your audience likes to receive them, people don't unsubscribe. In fact, your unsubscribe rate can go down, and you make lots of sales. So that's what we're looking to do. But of course, then that comes back to that issue of, yeah, but you're not a copywriter and it takes ages to do this. What do we do about that? 2 things. 1, we're going to use outlines to make this easier. This isn't templates, this is outlines. It's showing what is it that we're trying to achieve within each paragraph of the emails. And then secondly, once we've got that whole structure, we're going to use AI to actually write the emails. So let's talk that part through. It used to be that ChatGPT was the best option out there, and you could use that and it would give you okay emails, especially if you didn't really know exactly how to use it, what prompts to give, you didn't have the right templates, etc. But now there is a new kid on the block. There is Claude from Anthropic, and this is far superior. This is an absolute game changer, massive jump forwards. And so what we need to do here, there's a number of steps to the way that we actually use it. You can't just say, just write me some emails, because it doesn't know who's your customer avatar, who is it that you're trying to reach. It doesn't know about your courses. It doesn't know about your offer, what pain point you're trying to focus on. It doesn't know what language your customers use. It doesn't know any of these things. So we have to feed it all of that information first and give it the outline and say, this is what we're trying to do in this email, and then it's going to write it for you. So let's talk through that process. So step 1 is the customer avatar. Now, this is a summary of who is your client, who is your customer, who are the people who are buying from you. And I'm going to show you mine, which is in a lot of detail, and then I'm going to give you a template where you can fill in what you know about yours if you don't have one of these already. So this is my customer avatar for my business, Data-Driven Marketing. And you'll see here we've got a summary description of them. We've got information about their sources of information. So blogs, brands, conferences, gurus, software, this kind of thing, podcasts, etc. Then we've got what are their challenges, their pain points, the issues that's causing them, how they feel about it, what they want to learn, their goals, their values, objections, all kinds of information about it. Yours does not need to be in this much detail. We just need enough information to give Claude an idea of who your audience is. If you have all of this, great, but otherwise just put what you already know. So this is the template, and I'm going to include a link to that in the description down below. The next thing that we want to do, after we've provided it with that customer avatar, is give it a customer language document. This is getting a little bit more advanced, but this is how you get great emails out of it. And a customer language document is all of the words that your customers actually use when they're describing each of those things. So let me show you. This is the customer language document. We've got the words that our clients actually use when we talk to them about their pain points and frustrations. It's got exact quotes and common phrases in here. Then about their desires, what stopped them from buying, what resources they're currently using. And then we've also got this bonus bit here, specific topics that people mentioned that we might talk about on podcasts. So you need these first few, and I'm going to just show you, I'm going to give you a template that you can actually use for that as well. So you just fill this in. And if you haven't done surveys of your audience, you don't have that exact language, jot down your best estimate of what it is. But the better way to do this is to send out a survey to your audience, asking them about all of these things. What blogs do they read? What brands do they like? What are their challenges, their pain points, etc. And then take their exact words and put them into the customer language document. Now, you can also use AI to help with creating this, but that's going to be in a different video. So for now, just do the basics, go through, create a customer avatar using that template, fill in what you know about their customer language, and then we'll move on to the next section. So the third part is going to be your sales page. Now, if you don't have a sales page at the moment, then we're going to include here all the information that you can think of about your offer. What is it that somebody is getting when they buy from you? What we're going to have on the sales page is things like the benefits, the features, testimonials. What is the deadline? If you've got a deadline for when your offer is going to be finished, what is that? What's your guarantee? What's a frequently asked questions? All this kind of information that you might have on a sales page. If you haven't got a sales page, write this out, and then we're going to upload this into Claude as well. And the last thing you're going to want is outlines for each of those emails. And here, what I've got is two things. The outline of what should be in each paragraph, and then an example to give to Claude as well. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use all of these parts together, and then at the end, Claude is going to write the email for us. Before I go into Claude and start uploading all of this, we need to know what's the actual sequence, what's going to be in each of the emails that we're going to be using. And let me explain the whole thing together to give you some context. So this is the sequence. It's 9 emails over the course of 2 weeks. And if you're thinking to yourself, that seems like an awful lot of emails, that's fine. That's the reaction everybody has. This works. It works consistently. It always gets good reactions from the audience, and it always makes sales. So just trust me. So the first week, you do not mention the offer. These are warm-up emails. So it's actually only 1 week of promotion. The week before is warm-up emails where we don't even mention that something is on sale. So that obviously helps as well. And what we're doing in these emails is pain agitation solution. I'll explain that in a second. And then during the promotion, we've got gain, logic, fear, and then going, gone. So let's go through each of these by turn. So the pain email, we are actually looking at what is the pain point that they are feeling. This is one of the things that's really crucial from your customer avatar. What is the pain that people feel that your product or your solution or whatever you're selling is solving for them? And we need to show people that we understand that pain point, and we want to talk about it and bring it to life and show people that we understand how difficult it is and what they're dealing with, and then tell them, but it's okay. There is a solution to this. This can be fixed. Because a lot of times people have this pain point and they just feel like, oh, this is awful, and they don't know what to do about it. You have the context. You can see that you can help them. They don't. They're stuck within that moment. Now, the second one is the agitate email. And here, what we're doing is not only talking about the pain that they've got, but also talking about how else that could be affecting their life. And this is super valuable for people because what it does is it really helps them to feel like, oh, I didn't realize this was a thing that had all these knock-on effects. So if they're seeing these knock-on effects, now they understand that's where that comes from. So let's say, for example, they're a video editor, or they want to be a video editor, but they struggle with a certain piece of software, and they're not getting the additional revenue they want from clients. There's certain jobs that they're not winning. It could be it's because they don't know how to use that piece of software and it's slowing them down, or it's not allowing them to show certain effects on the video, whatever it is, right? I know very little about video editing, so I'm making this up. But what we have there is we're able to give them a bit of understanding about their life. And as the product creator, as the course creator, as the person who's running any training, whatever it is that you're selling, that is what you can do for them. And then in that email, we also say, but do not worry, there is a solution to this, and tomorrow I'm going to be talking you through it. So in that third email, we're actually giving them a solution. And this is just a small one. This is going to be something they can implement in 5 to 15 minutes, and then they're actually moved forward. The best way to show someone you can help them to solve their problem is by helping them to solve their problem. So that is the warm-up. And at the end of that last email, we mention, and next week, we're going to have our product going on sale that actually can help you with this way more. And so I'm helping people selling courses and coaching programs and consultancy. So there we're saying, okay, the course or the coaching program is going to be on sale next week. You don't actually link to it. You don't allow people to buy it. You're just mentioning it. So they're ready. They're warmed up for it. Okay, so gain, logic, fear. The idea here is that people buy based on different reasons. Some people want to know, what is their life going to be like? How much better is it going to be once they buy this thing? Some people want all the data, the logic, the statistics, the facts. And some people are more driven by away from a problem, and you need to talk to them more about their emotions. So that's what we address in each of these. In this one, we're talking about what they're going to gain from buying this. Here, we're talking about all the logic, the statistics, the facts, the testimonials. And here, we're talking to them about the issues they're going to be solving and any fears that they might have at the moment, and we're addressing those. Then these going, gone emails, these are the much more standard kind of promotional ones. We're focused on urgency and scarcity here. So we're looking at this discount that we've got, and we have a discount, maybe some bonuses as well, that are only available for these 5 days, 6 emails over 5 days. And so we're saying to people, this discount is going to go away, and we recap what are some of the benefits, what are the pain points we're going to be solving, etc. in this email. And then the same one here, and just reminding people this discount is ending really soon. And this one is just about the urgency. It's sent 2 or 3 hours before the discount ends, and we just say the discount's going to be going away in a few hours. And the exact wording is obviously in the templates that I'm going to show you in a minute. Okay, so that's the overall structure. Now let's actually go and use Claude to write some of these emails. So we're in Claude, and the first thing that people often do is say something like, write me a promotional email for my product. This is no good. This is going to get you terrible emails. So what we've done is we've tweaked this, refined it, edited it, and we've come up with what is the perfect prompt that you need to be using. So I'm going to paste this in here, and it's based on everything that we've talked through so far. And a copy of this will be available for you in the description as well. So we're saying to it, we're going to give you this information, the customer avatar, the customer language document, the copy from the sales page, the outline of the email, and an example. And then based on that, I want you to write the email promoting. And we're going to do one of these emails at a time. But we want to know that it's actually understood it, because sometimes these LLMs, these AI tools, don't understand, and we need to be sure that it's understood it. So we say, please summarize it back to me. Great. So now we're going to share each of these. Now, you can't actually paste documents or PDFs into here. So what we're going to do is copy all of the text from each of the documents one at a time. So first thing is we're going to say, here's the customer avatar. And then we're going to go to the customer avatar and paste that in. And then hit send. All right, great. So now we're going to give it the customer language document. Paste that in, hit send. So it knows that it's still waiting for these 3 things. So now we're going to give it the sales page copy. So I'm going to go to the sales page. And if you don't have a sales page, here's a reminder of some of the stuff you need to include. What is the offer? What's the benefits? What's the features? What's the guarantee? The testimonials, the frequently asked questions. Why should somebody be buying this? How does it all work? So I'm going to copy all of the text from on here. And then I'm going to paste this in here. Here's the text from the sales page. So next, we're going to give it the email outline. And if you don't have these, Don't worry, these are going to be provided in the description, so you're going to be able to download them. So now we're giving it the example email. And this is an example email from a client of mine who's used our framework, who we've helped to write these emails, and then it actually got a lot of sales. So this is an example email that is following this exact outline. I'm going to actually add that in. His example email following the above outline for a different product from a different company. So make it super clear to it. All right, so now it's writing the email for us. And you will notice it is doing it awfully fast. Here we go. And what it's telling us it's doing is it's using the proven outline structure, the actual customer language from documents, building around the key pain points, including social proof, opening loops, which is one of the things that we say on the outline for it to do, using a conversational tone. Now, if I read through this and I think, the tone of this isn't quite right, what I could do as well is actually upload something that I've written before where I feel like the tone of voice is perfect and say, rewrite it, but in this tone of voice. Or if I feel like it's too friendly and not authoritative enough, or it's not friendly enough, or whatever it is, then I can ask it to tweak it and change it. So I'm going to have a little read through this and see, am I happy with this as a first draft? And if I am, I'm going to move on and do the second email. Not today, not on this video, but that's what I'll do for myself, for my own promotion. And then afterwards, I'll go back through and slightly tweak them myself. So one of the things I really like with Claude as to why and how it does these emails is it writes them using much more natural language. So you see with ChatGPT that there's certain weird words and phrases that it always throws in. You have to give it a list of stuff not to say. Whereas with Claude, you don't really have that issue so much. The quality of the text, the quality of the copy is much better. It's understood what you've written much better. For writing, it is absolutely miles ahead. Okay, so I see that it's included a lot of the right stuff here from in the outline of what we're trying to achieve with the paying email. This is good. I'm happy with this. So the next thing to do would then be do exactly the same process for the agitate email. Now, we don't have to re-upload the customer avatar, the customer language document, the sales page. That's already done. All we're going to do is give it the example and the outline of the agitate email and tell it to write that. And then, as you can see, doing that for these 9 emails, it's actually going to be pretty quick. And what we're going to do is it's going to give us emails where it's connected together, the same pain point from one to the next. So hopefully you can see there how this can have this incredible impact, because now what we're doing is we're sending great email promotions that are targeted to your audience about your product, that are written quickly, using the right structure, that are going to make a lot of sales. You can be proud to send them. Your audience will like receiving them. And overall, this entire thing is a massive success. And hopefully you can make some millions of dollars for yourself as well. So there you go. That's the email sequence. You can do it yourself, but if you want more help and you want me and my team to help you sell your courses, your group coaching or consultancy, book a call with someone from my team by clicking the link in the description and the pinned comment below. I've helped dozens of people 2 to 5 times their revenue, including helping 5 people get to 7 figures per year. So book a call down in the description and the pinned comment below, and we'll talk.